Yeah, it was good, but at the same time, that's my job, is to bat for as long as I can and try and eke out as many runs with our tails. So yeah, I was happy to play a part in a really significant last day for us, and yeah, I feel really good. So looking forward to this test. Yeah, I think so. I think the fact that guys in the second innings saw that their plans will work over here, and you never know. You can have the greatest plans in the world, but until you get out in the middle in a test match under that sort of pressure, you never know. So for guys to actually go out and do it, they'll take a lot of confidence out of that. We'll clearly, as a team, take a fair bit of momentum out of it. But we spoke again this morning about the need to turn up here in the next couple of days and start getting our mind around the fact that it's going to be a real battle again for 5 days, and that's how cricket's played over here, so it'll be nothing different. I think we got a little bit. I think Abbas is just a really good exponent of it, so yeah, we would like to have got it going a little bit earlier than what we did, but sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. You need a bit of luck with to use the square and stuff. This one looks like it'll be quite different. The square's got a lot of grass on it, so we might not see as much, which will be, I suppose, good for us and bad for us. Yeah, not really. I've captained sides in Tasmania since I was probably 25, 26, so I've done it before. I think in England, one thing I learned was I probably trained too hard and tried too hard, so I was getting into games quite sort of mentally worn out, I guess. I was using a lot of energy even when I wasn't at cricket, so it's just been able to relax a little bit more and not train as hard. Yeah, I've been probably in the last sort of 12 or 18 months, I've probably been as fit as I've ever been. And my wicket keeping, to be honest, hasn't changed too much. I keep that pretty simple. I do a lot of work at home by myself with a golf ball, and I just find that's been the best way for me to prepare. It's a good way to just make sure that I'm getting myself in good positions, and I've wicket kept a lot over the years, so I know if my body and head are in a good position, I'll catch more than I drop. So that's just been the focus for me. So I watched Ian Healy years ago doing it, so I do that. You can do it standing up, I can do it standing back, and I think the beauty of it is I can catch 10 times as many balls as if I had someone hitting me balls. So a lot of the time at Bellerive, I just go up the back of the grandstand by myself for an hour or two and just bang a golf ball up against the wall. It's pretty boring, but in some weird way I really enjoy it. So I find it relaxes me as well, and allows me going to a test know that I'm in a good place and catching the ball well. Yeah, very. I mean, Justin's already spoken about it being an opener himself. It's a great thing for a team to have, is a really strong opening partnership, and obviously over the last few years we've had a number of them. So we'd like to get to the stage where we're settling it down, and they've certainly started really well. As you said, they've got a really good rapport. They're really relaxed together in the middle and know each other quite well. So I think it's clearly it was a really good start, and hopefully it continues for a while. Yeah, just when I saw a little bit of it sort of spilling out the door, I remember I think it was the Forged in Fire that we watched last year during the Ashes, and Michael Vaughan said after one of the tests that he felt as an opposition captain that they had them when he saw them celebrating a draw, and I've seen that myself before, and I think we were clearly pretty excited by what we've been able to achieve, because it doesn't happen too much, but you've got to keep a little bit of perspective on it and realise that we had been outplayed, particularly for the first few days, and whilst it was great that we did fight back, a draw's a draw, and we're here to win.
And just in terms of Pakistan, I mean, there's been a bit written and said about Sarfraz's captaincy style, and that they tried a million and one things on the last day rather than maybe sticking to one thing for longer periods. Do you put that down as a small victory for your team and your batsmen in terms of forcing them into thinking about different stuff?
Oh, well, I think over here you've got to think of different things. There's no doubt about that. And I haven't read much or any of it, to be honest, but I find it interesting when you do too much, you're doing too much, and when you don't do enough, you haven't done enough. So what I do know is that captaining a test team out in the middle is a lot harder than it looks sitting in a commentary box. So it's one of those things you can get nailed for it either way. So it can be a hard job, but I'm sure they know what they're trying to do. We certainly know what we're trying to do, and what matters to us is what's inside our four walls, and I'm sure Sarfraz and Pakistan are the same.